name is Kelly Madrid. Today's date is December 14th, 2019, and this is week 7 lab video exercise 1, the Kirby Bauer diffusion testing, and we're doing part 1, so it's the preparation for the Kirby Bauer diffusion testing. So I already cleaned my site with 10% bleach, and I have everything set up. I have my active culture, which is the S. epidermidis right here. And then I have my candle. I have my agar plate. And I already evenly divided the agar plate into three antibiotics that I will be testing, which is the penicillin, the gentamicin, and then the novobicin. And then I have my pipette in here with my tweezers. I have my antibiotics here. And then I have this thing to spread out the active culture as I'm doing this whole process. I'll show how to do that, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get my active culture, remove the cap, and then light up the lip of the culture to sterilize it, okay? There we are. I'm going to get my pipette. Make sure I have all the alcohol out. Okay. I'm going to draw up 0.5 mLs, approximately 0.5. There we are. I'm going to set that down. Remove the lid from the agar plate. And right in the middle, I'm going to drop a total of 8 drops of the active culture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then I put this pipette in the bleach. Cover my agar plate. Then I'm gonna get this thing right here. I'm just gonna touch the tip of the long part. So it's a straight long thing right here. So I'm gonna leave the bottom part sterile. I'm gonna remove my the lid of the agar plate, and then I'm gonna evenly distribute this active culture in the agar plate. Okay, get this, throw it in the bleach that I have right here. Cover my agar plate. Gonna get this active culture, light the lip of it again to sterilize it. Then I'm gonna cover it. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this agar plate absorb the broth, approximately about an hour or two. 1 hour to 2 hours, and then within that time frame come back to the video, and then I'll be placing these discs of antibiotics to their corresponding side, and then we'll see which antibiotic will show resistance to the bacteria and will inhibit growth or destroy the bacteria. Thank you. My name is Kelly Madrid. Today's date is December 14, 2019, and this is week 7 lab video. The Kirby Bauer diffusion test, still part 1 preparation. I'm just finishing the part of the preparation. So as you can see, here's my agar, and I actually looked at it, and the microbe, the S. epidermidis that I spread out evenly throughout the agar plate has dried. I've waited approximately between 1 hour to 2 hours. So now I'm doing the rest part of the preparation, which is inputting these antibiotics in sterilely to its corresponding part of the agar plate, okay? I have the penicillin, the novobicin, and then the gentamicin. So I'm going to show you how to do the penicillin. I'm going to place this one first to its corresponding spot, and after I'm put the tweezers back in the alcohol, wait 30 seconds, and then do the second antibiotic, and then do the same thing for the third antibiotic. All right, so get my tweezers. I'm gonna shake, make sure it's dry. My goggles are fogging up a bit. Open this up. Make sure I have access. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna take off the goggles because they're getting foggy. I can't see the pill or the disc of the antibiotic. So that little. This is really hard to see. Open my agar plate, and with their penicillin right there, I'm gonna put this right on top. And then kind of squeeze down a little bit so I can get a hold of it. All right, put this in the alcohol, cover this back up, and then I'm gonna wait for 30 seconds. Do the second antibiotic and place it in the alcohol for another 30 seconds and do the last antibiotic. And then I'm gonna wait 12 hours to see any bacterial growth. See bacterial growth, basically see my results. If I don't, we'll leave it for an additional 12 hours and see my results. Hello, my name is Kelly Madrid. Today's date is December 15, 2019, and this is week 7 lab video. Exercise 1, part 2 of the collecting data from the Kirby Bauer diffusion test. So this are my results, and then I'll be measuring the zone of inhibition. So a little refresher, this experiment was done 24 hours ago. So I actually let it incubate for 12 hours and I tried to see any bacterial growth. Didn't see any, so I waited an additional 12 hours, so it was a total of 24 hours. And I noticed that there was bacterial growth, and there's you can actually see the zone of inhibition in all 3 of the antibiotics. So refresher on this, what I did a day ago was basically got the S. epidermidis microbe and evenly distributed on the agar plate, and then placed each antibiotic, the penicillin, gentamicin, and the novobiocin in its recommended area, and I wanted to monitor any zone of inhibition. So as you can see, out of all 3, the one that actually had a larger zone of inhibition was the novobiocin. It was 12 millimeters. So how I measured it, I got the 0 from the ruler, put it in the center of the disc, and measured until no bacterial growth ended, and it was a total of 12 millimeters. Penicillin came in second. It was actually a total of 10 millimeters, and then I had gentamicin, which was a total of 8 millimeters. So those are my results. My hypothesis stated that novobiocin and penicillin would show inhibition, and that gentamicin was not. So my results are partially correct, not the ending, just because gentamicin did show a zone of inhibition. So yeah, that's my results. Thank you.